Welcome to the Forsyth Magazines podcast. I'm Brooke Eagle, your host, bringing you the stories of the people shaping our community. From business owners to local leaders, we'll explore their journeys, passions, and lessons learned. Let's dive in. Hey guys, today we are with Denise Heidel, the executive director of the Lewisville-Clemmons Chamber of Commerce and a longtime friend of mine. Hey Denise, how's it going?
Hi Brooke, it's great to see you today.
I know, long time no see.
It's been a year. I was thinking about that this morning. It's been over a year since I've seen you.
That's insane.
I know.
Because we used to work together on the daily.
Every day. Every day. It was like uncommon for us not to talk.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's been a hot minute.
It has. So you've been with the chamber now for how long?
It'll be 4 years in July.
Oh my gosh. Time flies.
Thanks to you.
Yeah. It's like the perfect connection.
Yeah.
I take after my mom and I love connecting people too. And you and the Lewisville-Clemmons Chamber was just like this meant to be perfect fit.
Well, it's funny you say that because when I'm talking to people and they ask me, how did you get involved in the Lewisville-Clemmons Chamber of Commerce? I always go back to my magazine roots and I always say, you know, credit where credit's due. The magazines taught me to love business. And this is where I really developed a love for entrepreneurship and small businesses. And the chamber just was a perfect segue for me. And I'm so thankful and blessed to have the job.
Yeah. Well, and I love the Lewisville-Clemmons Chamber for many reasons, but one of the main reasons is that I love how very small business focused it is. I know you guys have businesses of all sizes in there,
Right.
but definitely a heart for the small businesses.
Yeah, I mean, we've got the big players as well as the solopreneurs, and there it really is. It's a very relational chamber of commerce. So there's a place for everybody.
Yeah, and this year has been a record-breaking year, hasn't it?
It has. We had the highest number of new members last year than the chamber's ever had. We onboarded
amazing.
over 100 new members. Everybody's been so active. We have 4 leads groups meeting weekly now. We have one that's meeting every other week. I mean, just so many new events, a lot of lunch and learns, a lot of opportunity for education and growth.
Yeah.
4 sellout meetings in a row.
We had 190 people registered for our March chamber meeting.
Wow. And that was yesterday, right?
It was.
It was Gary Chapman at that one? Mm-hmm. Oh,
Yeah,
I love
This
him.
is the second time we've had him speak at the chamber, and we're already planning 2026. We've got some really good names on the list for next year's
Amazing.
speakers, as well as a great list for this year. So,
What do you, obviously your hard work, but what do you accredit this growth to?
I think we just have amazing members who, you know, I mean, there's no marketing like word of mouth, none.
Yep.
And we have so many amazing members who encourage others to join us, and I just have to give credit where credit's due. I mean, we have an incredible business community.
Yeah. How many members do y'all have right now?
The exact number, I think, is around 325.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I remember we've been members of the Lewisville-Clemmons Chamber at the magazines, I think, pretty much since it started.
I think so.
And it's definitely, the growth has been insane.
Yeah,
So.
it really has. So we've got a really good team. We just moved offices, and
I saw that. Congratulations.
yeah, we love it. So
The Broy Hill's such a great spot.
it is. So we're still in the Broy Hill, but yeah, we actually have more than one room now.
Yeah, that's got to be nice. I know y'all were busting at the seams.
We were. It was a complete train wreck in our old office.
It's a lovely, comfortable space. I spent a little time in there yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tim is a member of the chamber, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of worked there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tim's our sound engineer at our chamber meetings.
I love it. So you get to come set up all your stuff for the monthly meetings.
Yeah.
And everybody loves his voice. It's
Of course
so
they
funny.
do.
He makes announcements, and it's just like you just hear this collective swoon. Everybody loves Tim's voice.
That's perfect.
If whether I'm telling them it's time to eat or there's a 10-minute warning, the 2-minute warning.
Yes, everybody's just like, keep talking.
And I think I threw Kristen off the first time I did it, which was January.
Right.
Because I said, here's the mic, but I'm not turning it on until I'm done. She goes, what do you mean? And then I introduced her because
Why not?
She needs an introduction.
She
right?
does.
She's
love
pretty,
Kristen.
for lack of a better term, she's badass.
She is.
So she needs that introduction.
I love that. So I know we were talking before we started recording that many people are not even aware that Clemmons Community Day is put on by the Lewisville-Clemmons Chamber every year.
Yeah, that and it goes back over 14 years.
So this is year 14?
Yeah. Now there was a 2-year gap. If there had not been that 2-year gap, it would have been 16. But yeah, so it's been in the community for a very long time. And, I remember last year talking to Kristen Johnson, who obviously, she's our board president, but she's also very instrumental in planning Clemmons Community Day. And she said, it's so unusual for an event to go for this many years and still be picking up steam. Yeah. And so we're really proud of it. It's our most public-facing event that we do, but a lot of people don't realize, that the Lewisville-Clemmons Chamber of Commerce is responsible for it. Yeah,
and I know it's at the Jerry Long YMCA again this year.
It is.
Great location. It's going to be April 26th. From 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And I know y'all have some exciting new things planned.
Yeah, so you don't totally dismantle a classic. I mean, Clemmons Community Day is pretty iconic as it is because it's just been around for so long. But one of the things that we're doing this year that's really different is instead of having just a member non-member pricing, we actually designated rows. We named them all street names, including Electric Avenue, because I'm an '80s kid. That's what we do.
Yeah.
So, but we named all the rows and we gave a price point based off of the location, so people can join and become a vendor, and they get to choose what their placement is and what their budget can allow and support. So we've gotten some really great feedback on that, and we've got more activities, more bounce houses, more interactive games. And one of the big things that our committee has talked about this year that we really want to emphasize to the community is that Clemmons Community Day is not just a vendor fair. This is a chance for families to come together for free, celebrate the community, make connections, but also unplug.
Yeah, that's a good word right now.
Yes.
I feel like we're all a little bit too plugged in.
Yes. Well, I could do a whole other podcast episode with you on unplugging, but we really want to encourage families, put down the screens, put down the phones, step away from the technology, and just come and be interactive together as people.
Yeah. So what are some of the other street names? I'm curious.
Okay, so I had some fun with this.
No
I'm not going to lie. So Electric Avenue is the very first street name. Then we have Power Boulevard. And then our middle 2 rows are going to be Chamber Road and Lewisville-Clemmons Road. And then our last 2 are Lewisville Lane and Clemmons Court.
Oh.
So while the event is in Clemmons and it's named for Clemmons, we are the Lewisville-Clemmons Chamber of Commerce. So I wanted to share a little bit of love with our Lewisville friends as well.
Yeah.
Your sister towns,
exactly.
sister villages.
Yeah,
exactly.
Lewisville-Clemmons Road. That's just what you say. It's always Lewisville and Clemmons.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So also for the first time, I'm a little nervous about this one. We have Bring Your Own Tent Way.
Oh.
And so we're already sold out on that one, but we decided we'll allow 15 people to bring their tents because we've been having that question for years, and we've never allowed it before. So we're tiptoeing into this as an option.
As a fellow control freak, I know that was difficult.
Well, my biggest fear is because we do what, my favorite word, co-opetition. Yeah. So the farmers market, the Village of Clemmons Farmers Market is going to be happening right beside of us. So it's actually 2 events for, one visit. So
is it their first... The farmers market, is it their first week
first
of the
day.
year? Yeah, their first day of the season.
First day of the season. So we'll have them, but they open before us. Our event doesn't start till 10.
Okay.
So and we emphasize this to our vendors, the importance of being set up because, while we are not technically open till 10, the farmers market is.
Yeah. So you're not trying to get all up in the way of the farmers market.
Right. And so my fear of the tents, this is where I'm a little nervous, is, please don't come in 15 minutes beforehand and think you're going to get this whole thing set up.
Well, if that happens, you can be like, listen, we tried this last year.
Yeah, right.
You guys let me down. So.
Yeah, but I'm hoping to be pleasantly surprised. Yeah. I'm trying to be very optimistic.
Yeah, that's great.
But, right now, I mean, what I don't remember. What's today's date that we're recording this? March 11th? 12th. We already have as many vendors signed up now than we did for all of last year. So,
wow.
I mean,
Are you still taking vendors?
Yeah, we're still taking vendors. So we've got space.
Wow.
But we're over halfway full and really excited.
The newest one. Right?
Yes.
Vendor.
So the legendary Tim Beeman is going to be there this year.
Such and such media.
That's right.
So,
What are some, like, if for our listeners, what are some good vendor categories, or could you really be almost any type of business?
you really can be just about anybody. I mean, if you want to have an opportunity to meet directly with the families in the Lewisville-Clemmons area, then come on out.
Yeah.
Sign up for a spot. I have a lot of people ask, can we sell from it? Most people don't, but yes, you can. I'm not going to police that. I mean,
what would you recommend for people, like a couple tips that come to mind to get the most out of their booth?
Yeah, that's a great question. We actually are going to host booth camp on March 26th.
Booth camp, I like it.
Yeah, so it's going to be on Zoom. And we spend an hour teaching people how to make the most out of their booth. And the big tip that I have is make sure you have something for the kids.
Mm-hmm.
So if you've got a fun kids activity, the parents and the grandparents are going to follow. And then that's where you open up conversations. This is a family-friendly event. And so as long as you're really looking to entertain the kids and help them to be a part of it and have fun with it, I think that you'll have a successful booth. The other one, I know you asked for the top tip, but I'm going to tell you this one is just like equally important. The idea that Clemmons Community Day or any vendor fair, whether you're doing ours or somebody else's, the event does not end at the end time. The event ends a week, 2 weeks, a month later when you've done all the follow-up and you've taken all that information that you collected and you've typed in and you've followed up and you've done what you can to do that second reach.
Yeah.
And I'm guilty as the next person. I've participated in events before, and then I walk away. I'm exhausted, and I don't touch the stuff. And I've got a bag that sat for a year untouched, and all those leads that I generated and then did nothing with it.
Yeah.
So that's actually something we're doing this year for our village-level sponsors. We're offering to come along and get the data and do the data entry for them.
Oh, man. That's brilliant.
Yeah, so we really...
So no excuses.
Yeah, no excuses. We're like literally going to type it up for you. Here you go.
Yeah.
And then we've got a lot of our vendor benefits, our sponsor benefits, we've just blown them out to include T-shirts this year, tote bags, so that we're taking your marketing and your branding beyond the event.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's important. And I know you and I could talk about this all day, but just like you said, it's not just about that day. This is an introduction to your business, and some people might be seeing your face or your logo for the first time, just like our Tour de Boutique event for these stores. They're coming to see your store. That doesn't mean that they're going to spend $1 million when they come visit that very first time.
Right.
But you could have found a lot of lifelong customers.
Exactly. Cater to them and
Yeah.
help them feel warm and received and, and just show them that hospitality that this community is known for.
Because that's what it's all about, is relationships and meeting people and not being overly salesy.
Right. Nobody likes to be sold.
Wants that. Yeah.
Nobody likes to be sold.
Yeah. So we have our incredible vendor booths, lots of kids activities. Are there going to be any food trucks or anything like that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, because we work so much with the Village of Clemmons and they've got their farmers market, we actually collaborate with them on the food trucks. And I want to say we have about, between the sweets and the coffee and then the savory, I want to say we have maybe 8 or 9 food trucks lined up.
Awesome.
So it'll be good.
Nobody's going to go hungry.
No, nobody's going to go hungry. And, if Saturday morning you're just not feeling it, coffee truck will be there. The struggle bus is going to be there.
Oh, I love them.
They're great.
Yeah, they really are.
So did you say how many people you're expecting to visit this year?
In the years past, over 5,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I was going to say, it is literally thousands of people that come out to
and
this
it's
every
rain
year.
or shine, so it doesn't matter. I mean, what the weather is, we're hosting this. And
I remember a couple years where it was pouring down rain, and it was, people still had fun.
Yeah.
They're playing in the mud puddles and have their umbrellas and their raincoats.
Yep. And
But we're going to pray for no rain.
Yes. Oh, believe me, I am. And I have AccuWeather on my phone. I'm already looking ahead. I've been looking at April 26th for the last 3 weeks.
Oh,
and
my gosh.
Keeps going from sunny to rainy and bouncing back and forth. So, but
They don't know.
I obsessively check the weather.
Well, I'm super excited. That sounds like an amazing day.
Yeah.
So any activities that we didn't touch on or anything that's kind of new and different that you want to chat about?
Well, I do want to give a shout out to WTOB. They were our media partner last year, and we rented a big stage, and they played great music. We'll have demos again as usual. I think the big thing that people can expect if you've been to Clemmons Community Day is just think bigger and better. That's our goal. We never want to be complacent that we've got this mastered. We don't need to change anything. We're always looking to make it better.
Yeah, and I know you have a big committee every year that
Yes.
helps a ton with making it happen.
Yes, and we've got a good group of volunteers that are going to be there. So one of the things that we're noted for, we're talking about hospitality a minute ago, is if you're a vendor and you pull up, we have a team ready to help unload your car and take you directly to your tent and help you get all of your stuff set up so that you can go park and just immediately get to
Wow.
creating your space.
That's
That is
service.
awesome.
Yeah.
So it's something that we take a lot of pride in, and we're working to try to make sure we have enough volunteers to help on the back end of that as well, which has been something that we've not always been able to offer
Yeah.
on the closing side of things. But
Yeah. So as far as attendees, is there parking directors or because I know parking
Yeah.
gets full. So.
yeah, so we'll have overflow parking. We have hired some additional police presence to help us with directing traffic and parking, and of course the Jerry Long Family YMCA. They're amazing with making sure that certain parts of the parking area are designated for us, as well as making sure their members have enough adequate space.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have parking under control, and it's just going to be a great day.
Yeah. So April 26th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Jerry Long YMCA, and it's free, right?
Correct.
Free to get in. Lots of amazing vendors, lots of activities for the kids. So bring the whole family along.
Absolutely, and come see my friend Tim over here.
I am so
Yeah.
excited, actually.
Yeah, you're gonna have fun. You're gonna enjoy it.
Awesome. So if people are interested in signing up for a vendor booth, how would they go about doing that?
So the best bet is just to go to the Lewisville-Clemmons Chamber of Commerce website. It's lewisville-clemmons.com, and go to the calendar, go to April 26th, and all the details are there.
Awesome. And if you are interested in attending just a monthly chamber meeting,
Yep.
you can attend as a guest once, right?
You can attend as a guest once. You'll need to call the chamber office at 336-970-5100 to let me or Angelia know that you would like to visit.
Okay.
But yeah, our monthly chamber meetings fill up fast, so we do require reservations whether lunch is ordered or not.
Okay. A great fit if you're a small business owner and I think there's kind of a misconception. You don't have to be in Louisville or Clemmons to be a part
No,
of the
half our
Lewisville-Clemmons
membership's based in Winston-Salem.
I'm a member and I'm here.
Yeah, I had somebody ask
Winston,
me once.
so-
They're like, "Well, I don't work or live in Louisville or Clemmons." I'm like, "That's okay."
Yeah, the way I always tell people is, are you trying to attract people who are in Lewisville and Clemmons? Are you
Yeah.
trying to connect with other businesses? If you're trying to do that, it doesn't matter. We actually have members out of state.
Oh,
Now,
wow.
Obviously, they're not there at the meetings, but still they see the value of being a part of our community.
Yeah, that's awesome. Mm-hmm. Well, Denise, it was so much fun to catch up with you.
It was great to see you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we'll have you back soon. We'll do a unplugged episode.
Oh, absolutely. That sounds like fun.
Awesome. So be sure to check out the Lewisville-Clemmons Chamber at lewisville-clemmons.com. And be sure to come to Clemmons Community Day on April 26th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And for Forsyth Mags, you can always find us online as well, forsythmags.com. All of our content's on there, and you can find us on Instagram at Forsyth Mags. What are you guys on Instagram?
That's a great question. You know
like,
when I
that's an
said
Angelia
unplugged?
Angelia has been doing a great job.
She
with
does a
the
fantastic
Instagram.
job, and my hands are off the wheel. I think
I love it.
I think it's Lewisville-Clemmons Chamber.
Well, we'll put it in the show notes.
Okay,
So
perfect.
people can click on it. So give them a follow as well.
It is Lewisville-Clemmons Chamber.
Thank you.
Lewisville-Clemmons Chamber on the Instagram. All right, guys, that's a wrap for today. The views and opinions stated on this podcast are solely those of the contributors and not necessarily those of our distributors or hosting companies. This podcast is copyrighted and cannot be reproduced without expressed written consent of Forsyth Magazines Incorporated. Ooh, that's a mouthful.